just 75 miles north of San Francisco, nestled deep within an ancient Californian forest, lies a place that looks like a tranquil paradise. But every July, this forest becomes an impenetrable fortress, guarded by armed sentries, thermal cameras, and elite security forces. Because for 2 weeks, the most powerful men on Earth step inside these woods. US presidents, Wall Street billionaires, global CEOs, and media moguls. They come here completely off the grid, cutting all ties with the outside world. Here, the global elite engage in a bizarre, clandestine ritual. They kneel before a giant stone owl, chant in unison, and mock sacrifice a human effigy by burning it alive. A ritual they call the Cremation of Care. To understand the gravity of this secret, we must go back to the very beginning. The year is 1872. The Bohemian Club was originally founded by a group of journalists, artists, and writers in San Francisco. Their goal was simple: to create a private sanctuary for art, culture, and camaraderie. A place to drink, put on plays, and escape the chaotic city life under the redwoods. But the club's identity shifted rapidly. The starving artists were gradually pushed out, replaced by San Francisco's skyrocketing tycoons and power brokers. They realized that a secluded forest, completely hidden from the public eye, was the ultimate playground for high-level networking. By 1899, the club permanently purchased a massive 2,700-acre estate in Monte Rio, California. And thus, the modern Bohemian Grove was born. Originally taken from Shakespeare, this motto dictates that no business deals, political plotting, or outside anxieties are allowed inside the grove. Here, everyone is supposed to be just a fellow Bohemian. But as history shows, when the world's most powerful men gather in total secrecy, that rule becomes nothing more than a convenient facade. If you think this is just a harmless camping trip for eccentric old billionaires, think again. The roster of the Bohemian Grove reads like a blueprint of global power. Presidents Dwight D. Eisenhower, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush. Alongside them, astronaut Neil Armstrong, geopolitical strategist Henry Kissinger, and the heads of almost every major central bank in the world. September 1942. Deep within one of the Grove's private camps, a secret meeting took place. Among the attendees were Robert Oppenheimer and the heads of America's military research teams. Yes, you heard that right. The very atomic bomb that would permanently alter human history at Hiroshima and Nagasaki was given its green light and blueprint right here, inside the Bohemian Grove. In a secretly recorded 1971 White House tape, President Richard Nixon himself made bizarre remarks about the place. On one hand, the political elite mocked it. On the other, they never missed a summer attendance. Why? Because within these woods, the future leaders of the free world were chosen, wars were greenlit, and corporate policies that dictate global markets were quietly engineered. But it isn't just the backroom political deals that have made the Bohemian Grove notoriously infamous worldwide. It is their opening night ritual. The Cremation of Care. On the first night of the encampment, all electricity in the forest is cut. Thousands of elite members gather at the water's edge, wearing long ceremonial robes, resembling ancient druids. A small boat glides across the pitch-black lake, carrying a coffin. Inside the coffin is a human-shaped effigy they call Dull Care, the personification of all the world's burdens and responsibilities. A high priest recites a grand script through the sound system. A booming, pre-recorded voice plays as the voice of the great owl itself. Suddenly, the effigy is dragged from the coffin and thrown into the roaring sacrificial fire at the owl's feet. The forest erupts in cheers. To an outsider, this might look like an overgrown fraternity stunt or elaborate theater. But to conspiracy theorists, this ritual mirrors the ancient worship of Moloch, a Canaanite god historically associated with child sacrifice by fire. Why are the most powerful men in modern civilization reenacting such a dark, primordial ritual? Are they merely blowing off steam? Or is this the hidden face of an occult, global elite? For over a century, no outsider had ever captured video evidence of what happens inside the grove. The security was deemed flawless, but in July of 2000, an undercover operation shattered that myth. InfoWars founder and controversial journalist Alex Jones decided to break in. Equipped with a hidden camera and dressed in plain clothes, Jones and his cameraman successfully bypassed multiple layers of elite security checkpoints. Hiding in the dense brush, they captured the first ever actual footage of the Cremation of Care. When the footage was released to the world, it caused an absolute media storm. Jones claimed he had witnessed firsthand the global elite participating in occult devil worship, while mainstream media quickly debunked it as nothing more than an over-the-top camp drama. The seeds of doubt were permanently planted. If it is genuinely just a harmless theater production, why spend millions of dollars every year to keep it under absolute, militarized secrecy? So, what is the ultimate truth behind the Bohemian Grove? Is it a shadowy cabal controlling the fate of humanity through the occult? Or is it just a hyper-exclusive summer camp for old, wealthy men acting like college kids? Sociologists who have studied the club argue that the Bohemian Grove is essentially a giant corporate fraternity house, a place where billionaires and politicians go to escape the crushing pressure of their public lives. Within the Grove, they sleep in tents, drink heavily, and famously urinate on trees. Psychologically, it serves as a form of total escapism for men who hold the weight of the world on their shoulders. But critics argue the problem isn't the drinking or the theater. The real danger lies in the lack of democratic transparency. When prime ministers, Supreme Court justices, billionaires, and the media executives who control the news gather in complete secrecy with zero public accountability, democracy itself is undermined. They may not be worshiping literal demons, but behind closed doors, away from the voters, they are forging agreements that shape the lives of billions. Every July, the fog settles over the redwoods of California, and every July, the flames rise once again before the 40-foot stone owl. We may never truly know the exact words spoken, the contract signed, or the fates decided in the shadows of those trees. Because whatever happens behind the closed gates of the Bohemian Grove stays in the Grove. What do you think? Is it just a harmless playground for the wealthy, or the genuine headquarters of the world's shadow government? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.